I'm Wendy Walker, and I'm the author of The Night Before. It's my third psychological thriller. I never actually thought I would be a writer. I started out my life dreaming to be an Olympic figure skater, and that dream never came true. And I realized that when I was about 16 years old. So from there, I started finding new dreams, and I ended up being an investment banker at Goldman Sachs. I went to law school. I was a corporate litigator. And then all of a sudden, I found myself in the same suburban town where I had grown up, sitting on the floor playing with toys with a 9-month-old baby. And so I had this crazy idea that I was just gonna write a novel. And I had no idea what I was doing. I had to learn how to write. I had to find time to write. And I had to balance that with my kids. So I squeezed in the writing wherever I could. And living in the suburbs, you drive around in a minivan a lot of the time. And so I would actually park the minivan outside of their school and sit in the back and write. I had written 2 novels that had been published. They did not sell well. I then wrote another book after I went back to practicing law. My agent was very honest and told me after a year of writing it and a year of revising it, while I was practicing law again, while I was then a single mom with my 3 boys, that there was no market for it. And that was a really important lesson for me. One thing that I have learned is that not every dream is going to come true. So I told my agent, I'm going to write 1 more book, and I'm going to do everything right this time. I took everything that I had in my toolbox. I took this new knowledge about this genre that was selling. I took the psychology that I had learned being a divorce lawyer. Then I took the tools I'd learned by writing in a different genre. I was writing women's fiction. I took all of those pieces and I put them together, and I took 2 months off from my law practice and wrote this last book. And in my mind, if that book didn't sell and I had done everything right, that would be the sign to me from the universe, or however you want to think of it, that it was time to move on and focus on my legal career. I will never forget when my agent called to tell me there was a preemptive offer. There was a bidding war, an auction. There were 5 publishing houses. We sold the movie rights the same week. We sold 23 foreign rights for that book. So 17 years later, I finally had a novel that became successful, and now it's my full-time job.